McCaig with JesusChristTrust.net, the only church that's a real church and telling you the truth. All other churches are fake and telling you a bunch of lies. Okay, what is government, right? Government governs your mind, right? That's all it is. Governs your mind, makes you a coward, and do what your owners and controllers tell you to do. Period. That's it. And really, every time I go anywhere now, I just I was in somewhere this morning, and really everywhere I go, no humans talk to each other. No humans talk to each other anymore. They're not trained to do that. And so they're not actually allowed to do that anymore, and that's why it never happens. It's really humans have decided to become, and it looks like all of them, or almost all of them, subhumans. Back to the animal state where you can't apply language to each other when you're around each other. You just have animal stuff since you took away speech. That's what I'm finding here in Florida. And wherever I travel, whenever I travel somewhere, it's not just Florida, it's anywhere I go, no intelligent humans. No one can carry on a conversation. No one. I have yet to meet someone, and it has been a few years now until someone could carry on an intelligent conversation with me. And to be honest with you, you don't want to know who the only one I can have an intelligent conversation with? The devil. It's evil, but at least it knows what's going on. At least you could, talk about reality with it. You know what I mean? Like, humans, crazy. They know nothing. Hey, so let's talk about government, right? What's up with government? Here's the concept of government, right? You humans, you're too freaking lazy, right? You're just too lazy. And you're going to, instead of doing things yourselves and deciding what to do for yourself and stuff like that, your laziness has created a smaller group of humans that will manage the larger group of humans. And not really manage the larger group of humans. The concept is the government will manage the resources, right? Whatever your boundaries are of your location, your country, right? That area of plantation that you're a slave in, that you have to stay within inside unless you get prior approval and spend money. You can't cross that line, right? No, you're a slave. And they'll track you if you go outside into your new slave territory, to another plantation. They'll track you over there. That's government. So what else does government do? Government takes all the resources, literally all of them, and gives them away, right? Doesn't manage them. Doesn't manage any resources. No, doesn't manage resources. Gives them away. Just absolutely gives them away. The oil that goes to friends in the government, the bakers, people they know, everyone gets everything as long as you're one of the top Satanists. That's it, right? If you're evil, the most evil get the most money. That's it. And you get a position where you can manage slaves. That's government, right? Because they all get, if you're a member of Congress, you don't pay for anything. You don't pay for your children's anything. You don't pay for your wife's anything. You don't pay for anything. Everything, if you work for the government, if you work for the devil straight up, right? Which is every government, everyone who works for the government, every government employee, every single one of them works for the devil. And you're going to try and tell me that they don't know. Yeah, they know. No, all of them know. They know. Maybe they didn't know before they signed up, but they knew first day. They didn't get out. No, they're in. They're in, so they're in on it. They're culpable. They go to hell, period, for making slaves of humans. Okay, for the devil, right? You made slaves of humans for the devil. Okay, well, there you go. So, not only does government give away everything, right? Gives away everything it has, all the assets it has to manage, land, oil, all the resources it has. It just sells it to the top bidder of one of them, right? You have to be working for the government to own what the government owns, right? Or you had to previously work for them, right? You get in, you pull some strings, you steal some more stuff, right? That's all it is. It's a system of slavery and theft. That's what all government is. And each layer of government is a different layer of theft, right? And lies and evil, right? That's all government is. That's all it will ever be. All police knowingly work for the devil. All military knowingly work for the devil. All of them. If they tell you they don't, they're lying. That's part of the job of being in government, is to lie to everyone. Every teacher, right? Well, they're either as stupid as an animal, right? And not human, and just reading, you could train a monkey, right? Or one of these, teacher humans to read from a book. Okay. But you cannot teach it that it's reading all lies. And even if you did teach it that, it was still read it because it doesn't care, right? Teachers don't care. They're just there. All of them spewing out lies every single day of their entire life, right? Programming everyone to be stupid and evil. So that makes really teachers are the most evil members of the society, right? Those teaching lies are the most evil, and those supporting them with guns and stuff, second most evil, right? The bankers and your votes aren't counted, right? That's that's never going to happen. Those people placed in power, they wouldn't have power if the stupid humans who got trained by them didn't pick up a gun and force everyone else to do what they said. So it's really on the armed individuals that force evil on everyone. They deserve hell. They're going to hell. And I just wish it would happen today. Right? Today would be a great day to turn them all to ash and send them to hell in the name of Jesus Christ, please. But yeah, we got to wait for Judgment Day, right? Okay, so let's talk about this debt hoax in the middle of the other hoax where you steal everything. Now we stole everything, right? But you still have title, sort of, supposedly fake title. In other words, made up, the government. What is the government anyway? The God we trust, right? That's what it is. It's a trust that puts all its faith in we, the devil. And so what's happening here with the debt? I mean, literally, the In God We Trust owns every soul at every physical location on the map. They own it all. Period. Every currency is tied to the dollar. In other words, every plantation is a sub-plantation of the In God We Trust, home field plantation, the USA, right? Every other plantation is really a sub-plantation that helps, send stuff to the main plantation here in the USA, right? This is the number one plantation for slaves. Okay, so what's up with the debt, right? Because the In God We Trust exists. It can do anything it wants. It controls everything. It runs everything. The devil runs everything in here, right? Until you take the name Jesus Christ, but runs everything. So, and they know it. And so the In God We Trust, literally, what's the process of creating money? Okay, the In God We Trust creates notes, right? They're not promissory notes. They're just notes, like Post-it notes, But Post-it isn't creating little yellow sticky things, so they're not Post-it notes. They're Federal Reserve notes. They don't even come with that sticky part to it, right? But they're it's like Post-it notes. Made the notes. Oh, okay. So Federal Reserve notes. Okay, it's like a Post-it note. But, the In God We Trust gives out these things. It's like you could use these to buy things and pay off your slave dues. So, okay, they're just printing it, right? They're just creating them. The In God We Trust licenses itself, right? It licenses itself to create money, and that all other money is tied to the In God We Trust, Post-it notes, right? Everyone knows that. Okay, so the In God We Trust makes dollars. It makes dollars. It could, right? It does. So I'm an accountant. Okay, so I just cannot understand where debt comes from. You see what I'm saying? In God We Trust is the trust, the overarching trust that runs every stupid little slave in here, right? And it creates In God We Trust notes that everyone has to use. It creates them. It does. And so where would the debt come from? Help me out on that. I don't understand where debt would come from. Do you see? If it's making dollars, literally, it just makes them and then it uses them. Okay? So how would it have debt? Could anyone explain to me this? I don't understand how debt would be occurring. To whom? Who's above, a sovereign nation that it borrows money from, that it can't just print its own dollar? I don't understand. How is that even possible? Can someone explain it to me, please? I don't understand. And so, instead of doing anything about this, right? I am, of course, but instead of any other human doing anything about this as the focus of their life to remove their slavery, no one does anything. Right? No one does anything. No one does anything to stop this. No one does anything. I thank you for the people that have come to my work and do something, but if you look around in your life at the rest of humans out there, and I mean all of them, they don't do anything. They didn't do anything. They haven't done anything to change this, to bring this up. It's not enough to describe the problem, right? You have to do something about it. Hey, guess what? They haven't even got up to knowing the problem exists. They haven't even gotten there. How are they going to solve a problem if they don't even know it exists? So they can't do anything about it, right? I mean, this is just the money create. What is this nonsense here? What do we have here? The U.S. money's U.S. M2 money supply. Okay, what's that? That's the money they add to the money supply, right? They're always adding money to the supply of money, so there's always more money. Which does what? It dilutes the current existing money and makes it worth less, right? And so, what's the inflation rate? Inflation is how much you inflate the money supply. That's all it means. Inflation means it's a larger supply of dollars. That's what inflation means. I'm inflating the amount of dollars that there are, making the dollars that exist in your pocket right now worth less. Worthless. Not worth less, not having no value, but having less worth every time they add to the money supply, right? Every single time they add it. Then there's, oh, you have $100 and they're $1,000. Oh, out there, no more than $1,000. And somebody says, well, I know you got $100, but that's feels like you have a lot of wealth if there are only $1,000 out there, right? We're going to make $1 million, or you keep your same $100. How much? What happens to your $100? It becomes pretty close to worthless now, doesn't it? And that's what this Ponzi scheme. This is, if you were to understand what a Ponzi scheme is, this is a Ponzi scheme. See, they're saying the debt exists. It doesn't. Who signed it? No one. What was the reason for it? There never is one. Right? Can you imagine? And so we just keep borrowing from him. This is the way the super wealthy elite have just billions of dollars at their disposal, right? They're just creating all this money for themselves to put in their pocket. Every time the devil offered me $485 million from, hey, give you $485 million if you don't open that trust. That would be added to this money supply. You see? And so that's what's going on all the time. Just buying souls and paying them off. And they're out there buying jet skis and new Hummers. I got me the electric Hummer, dude. I was just under 200 grand. I'm saving the planet. Yeah. I mean, what? You know what I mean? Like, this is the level of intelligence that I am, and I just want to say 100% surrounded by at all moments, 24/7, 7 days a week, every day of the month. There'll never be an intelligent human near me. Never. It's like the plan of Disney World where we find ourselves under the dome is, if you start speaking the truth or know the truth, you'll never meet another individual who knows anything about the truth or any of that. No, no. That'll never happen. It just won't. It can't happen. There are too few humans that know what's going on. And so the rest of them just, work like crazy because they're a hive mind just to keep everything around you so you can't interact with another actual human. You can't do it. It's impossible. What I've had to resign myself to is I'll never have an intelligent conversation until Judgment Day. It just can't happen, right? It'll never happen. The level of boredom that occurs in this dome is what, brings me to desire death all day and every day and pray to God, look, get me out of here. I can't tolerate, the misuse of being a human. You have the ability to speak, you have a brain, you could think, you have speech. What is wrong with all of them? They're all not functional, right? They are all incapable of conversing about the truth. I haven't met one, and I won't meet one. Right? I just won't do it because it won't happen. And not up to me. I tried. I'm just basically kind of given up at this point that I'll ever have an intelligent conversation. It just won't happen. I plan to gather, once this information out and do ordination for the Christian ministers that come from this church, and they will have the truth that they could go spread it. But the thing that you have to realize and accept is they don't want the truth. They already know everything you're about to tell them, and they're going to surround you and be make it seem like you're the one out of sync when really they have. It's like the naive Americans, right? The Native Americans. They pray to the Creator all the time. It's like the Creator of your prison. What's going to happen to you? You're going to get put right back in that prison if you like it so much. Can you imagine? I love my Creator of my prison. Yeah, good for you. Well, stay right in it. And you love paying off your fake debt. Here's the thing. If the in God we trust could easily pay for itself, and it doesn't need to have debt, why couldn't it pay for the rest of everyone too? Everyone could have a free house, a free food, and all that. So what's the... No, it's just paying it for itself and the evil ones, whoever's I'll sell myself for money. Okay, here's your money. We got 31 trillion and a half out there, money we spent on that. Plus, what? We get tax revenue every year, too. We go back and we back charge everybody, too. We don't just, treat them as slaves, but then we back charge them every year. Right? So we got that cashola, too, to pay off all his souls. This is so obvious to see, and literally no one cares and no one does anything about it. No one. Everyone's like, yeah, that's a slavery clock right there. So who's doing this to you? Does that matter to you? Why? How do I stop it? I can't imagine ever, because it will never happen. I can't imagine having an intelligent conversation ever with anyone about these issues. Not ever. I go out in the world, nothing, everywhere I go. I've been to different countries, I've been to different cities, I've been around America, I've been to every state of this stupid country. No one intelligent, anywhere, never, at any age I am. There's never an intelligent human to speak to in front of me. Never. Hey, what about this? Oh, well, you know what they say, blah, blah, blah. I know what they say, I'm asking you. No, nothing. Nothing from anyone. Not ever. So, you could see why I pray for death every day, right? And so what's happening now that we're getting in it at near the end of time with the debt, right? Well, countries that are overwhelmed by this debt and individuals are just not paying because they can't pay. Well, we're going to go for restructuring of debt. Ghana just is like, Zambia, Sri Lanka, and Ghana just quit paying. Just like, we don't have the money for you. So what do? They just, oh, well, we're not going to send our ships there with our stuff then. Pay us. It's like, nah, we're cool. Okay, then we'll have a war at your place, right? We'll just have a war over there. And Egypt and Pakistan, yeah, you're not paying on your no, we'll just have a war. Hey, coming to your place for a war. You want to pay now? I mean, everyone that works for the government at every level deserves instant death as sent to hell immediately this second. They deserve it. So we gotta wait 10 plus years of this crap. I mean, Jesus is gonna step in. 10 plus years of this war, of this evil. Man, I'm sick of it. This world has nothing I want. It doesn't. It doesn't. Until someone brings me an intelligent conversation that I randomly have out there with an actual human, this world has nothing for me. It has nothing, right? It doesn't have other intelligent humans here. It just has slaves with a slave mentality, and that's all they know. Pay. You're a slave, and work hard and pay us your money. What? I'm already your freaking slave. I can't live where. I mean, what level of slavery? How is this not hell? I just don't get why people don't know this is hell. Wake up every day, you do it again, do it again, do it again. Where do you get? Nowhere. You can't move forward. It's always backwards because they're always stealing more and more and more, right? Because their thing is greed. Oh, you have something, I want it. But yeah, but you got 1,000,000 of those already. Yeah, but you have one, so I want it. That's really an animal. You see what I'm saying? An animal can't count. I'd be like, oh, I have $1,000,000, so you have one. I want your $1, and they'll kill you for it, right? That's them. That's really pretty much almost every human alive, right? You have money, I'll do to take your money, whatever. The government said I could take your money, so I'm going to take your money. I'm going to take your land, take your money, take your house, whatever is legal. So I'm taking your everything, right? Be who you want to be. How can you do that? By stealing other people's stuff, right? You don't care about that. You're like, American dream, baby. I want to do what I want to do. Okay, well, how is that not hell? I don't get it. Anyways, this little bit about the fake debt, right? The fake debt. All debt is fake, right? You didn't sign anything for this debt to be on you or anything like that. No, neither did I. All fake, all evil, right? All the time. 24/7, 7 days a week, every day of the month, every year, all evil, all the time, all pure evil. All we do is evil. That's all government does all the time, every single government, all day, 24/7, evil, 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 stealing, giving to themselves. It doesn't do anything else. And literally everyone in every country is doing zero about it. Absolutely nothing. They're doing nothing.